dude. You know, they killed the dog on Family Guy.
The dog, Brian?
Yeah, Brian.
Man, stop playing, for real.
I'm playing, man.
Brian's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Brian's dead. No!
Was I supposed to be doing something? Oh shit, the video for this one! Hey sisters! We're talking about Duke Nukem again! Duke Nukem 2 is an action platformer that was developed and published by Apogee Software for DOS computers that was released on December 3rd, 1993. Its biggest accomplishment? Fixing the sins of its father. It also got a pseudo-remake on the Game Boy Color in 1999 and an iOS port in 2013, both of which take more design cues from his Duke Nukem 3D iteration, along with a Windows and Mac port in 2012 and Linux in 2015. Until they were locked in the vault by Gearbox, never to be seen again. Unless you buy from Zoom Platform, because they're all just there. Except the iOS one, you can't get that anymore. It's been a while since we've talked about Mr. Nukem. Last time, we talked about his very first outing, Duke Nukem, for DOS. In that video, I said that the game was pretty good, if a bit dated. Frame rate is pretty chunky, difficulties on the easy side, though I admit I played the game on medium, so take for that what you will. But I thought that the game laid a great foundation for future sequels. And you know what? After playing Duke Nukem 2, I really have to ask myself if this era of gaming is my thing. Don't get me wrong, Duke Nukem 2, unbelievable improvement over the first game. Improved visuals, faster gameplay, an amazing soundtrack by Bobby Prince, God bless, King of Kings, Prince of Princes, mwah. But I would be lying to your face if I said that this game didn't wear out its welcome for me by the end. And a lot of that is just because I don't know if I like this kind of platformer. But before we delve into that, let's actually introduce ourselves to the world of Duke Nukem 2.
I am back.
No one asked. Duke Nukem 2 takes place a year after the first game and starts out with a newscaster reporting that Duke was abducted while appearing on a talk show promoting his new book, Why I'm So Great. I mean, if you sent Kano from Mortal Kombat straight to hell with a gun, wouldn't you want to write about it?
No!
His kidnappers are revealed to be a race of alien bastards called the Regelatons, and those alien bastards want to take Duke's brain and shove it into their Think-O-Matic war computer so they can conquer the world.
What am I, a chimpanzee? A turd in the hand is worth two in the bush. Why am I doing this? Now what? Shit finger painting?
I can see why. The alien bastards then send Duke into the dungeons to await his debrainification, but luckily they didn't check his mouth because the guy has an explosive molar. He then uses the explosive to escape and raid the gun locker right in front of him. And this, my friends, is how the game starts. Look, I know it's not the build engine, but that's a pretty good pixelated explosion. Duke Nukem 2 consists of 4 8-level episodes, each consisting around an hour and a half, or if you're bad like me, 2.5 hours each. The game also has 3 difficulties: easy, medium, and hard. Medium being my choice because I like my video games like I like my steaks. Not coming back to bite me in the ass halfway through. And it still didn't work. Much like the first game, you have very simple controls. Arrow keys take care of the movement, while Control and Alt jump and shoot respectively. Where it differs is... I mean, look at this. Everything's different. For one, you can actually shoot upwards now, and you can climb terrain without needing to find those stupid gloves because they got rid of those dumbass conveyor belt things from the first game. Duke also feels a lot better to control, moving a lot faster than his first outing, even on the default speed. I know the speed isn't really something I've mentioned in this video or The other one, for that matter. The gun, no longer a nuclear pistol, feels a lot more accurate and is way more fun to use. Especially given that you don't have to hunt for upgrades. Now you have to hunt for different weapons. But those weapons also feel way different from the standard gun and also have their own utility. The rocket launcher deals extra damage, the laser pierces enemies, the flamethrower is the best weapon in the goddamn game and is so much fun to use. Does even more damage than the rocket launcher, and it lets you shoot downward so you can go up. It's so much fun. I love it. I wish this gun was in Duke 3D. That would be so funny. It really makes you feel like you're bringing the fight to those alien bastards. And it's just so much more fun than the first game. It also looks so much better. Since this game came out a full 2 years after the first one, you can really see just how quickly PC games were starting to evolve. The visuals are far more detailed. The scrolling is a little iffy. You kind of have to fiddle around with the up and down keys to actually make it scroll properly, but it's still good. Still way better than the first one. The sprites are also much more colorful. Duke even sporting his classic red tank top. No sunglasses yet though. Gotta go to the iOS port for that one.
Bitchin'.
And the environments, thank you God, are way more varied. You're not seeing the same space station and cavern that you were in Duke Nukem 1. I don't like the space station that's in this game, but don't make me talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Even the little grunt enemies have more personality. And by personality, I mean that they walk and aren't just little robots. I don't know, you can just really see the evolution of the graphics, mainly helped by the incredible art team. The visuals can be credited to Randy Abraham, not Rondi Abraham Moby Games. I don't know what you were doing with that. Stephen A. Hornback, and Cygnus Multimedia. No Alan Blum this time because he was in charge of level design. I couldn't find much info on Randy, but Steven has a ton of credited work. A lot of heavy hitters from the 90s such as Duke 3D, Rise of the Triad, and Shadow Warrior. Now the confusing one of our three musketeers is Cygnus Multimedia. I know I'm spending a lot more time on the credit stuff than I normally would, but I fucking found this shit and I just had to share it because it had me baffled. So Cygnus Multimedia was more of an assistant studio. These are the guys you call when you needed just a little bit of help getting art ready for your video game. As far as I could see, I don't think Cygnus actually developed games. They mainly just helped with others. I mean, they had a lot of talented people, and to be honest, their resume isn't... I mean, it's not great, but it's not too bad. There's some stuff on here. I mean, they got StarCraft Brood War. Is that one of the good ones? I've never played StarCraft. The Army Men, Sarge's Heroes. Army Men used to be pretty big. They got some Bionicle games. This is for the Game Boy Advance. There's a lot of Game Boy Advance games on here. They worked on BioFreaks?
Ultimate victory.
So anyways, long story short, they ended up changing their name to Sapphire in 1995, and they went defunct in 2007, with their final game being Thunderbirds for the Game Boy Advance. What the hell is a Thunderbird? All right, you know what? Let's keep the love train going. Actually, I want to shout some more people out. I already mentioned that Bobby Prince worked on the music for this game, and if you don't know who Bobby Prince is, oh, you're gonna learn today, buddy. Listen to this shit. Bobby Prince has worked on some of the most iconic PC games ever made, and his work still shines through with Duke Nukem 2. And let me tell you, after the first game having nothing but dead air, just the silence with Duke Nukem's washing machine-ass walk cycle just permeating into my brain, it is refreshing to hear this wonderful, wonderful music. Thank you, Bobby Prince. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know what? Thank you, Jason Blakawiak. You made this game so much easier on the ears. He was the sound designer for this game, and it's... Oh, God bless him. God bless him. It's not ear-piercing anymore. The gun firing sounds more subdued. The electric barriers are played at a lower octave. Thank God. And even the explosions, they're like slightly more muffled. Kind of something you would hear on the Super Nintendo, I think. It just sounds so much better. And best of all, he got rid of Duke's walking sound. I never want to hear. Oh, I could still hear him in my mind. I could still hear him. I don't like it. And really, I want to thank the entire team for this. Like Todd Replogle, hope I said your name right this time. Thank you for programming this wonderful game, and I hope you continue to live life and, as your Wikipedia article says, enjoy eating Ritz crackers. Tom Hall, Scott Miller, George Bassard. Thank you guys for making such a wonderful, wonderful game. Alright, the good feelings are done. I gotta start bitching. I'm gonna lose my mind. Look, listen, you gotta believe me. I really did like Duke Nukem 2. I really, really did. Oh my god, by episode 3, I was so ready for it to be done. And I don't know how much of it is the game's fault. It might just be me. The levels, I know I said, were way more varied. But look, man, I thought they were starting to get a little too big, and the screen crunch and the lack of really good vertical scrolling was starting to make them a bit more of a chore to get through than I'd really like. You know, when you have to go through mazes while fighting with the camera, it starts to, like, really eat at your soul a little bit, you know? It doesn't help either that by episode 3, a lot more of the technical problems were starting to rear its ugly head. See, the game already has a nasty habit of dropping frames when things start to get a little crazy, especially with the vehicle segment at the start of 2-1, and the performance only gets worse when environmental hazards start getting used more. See, the game can't really handle a lot of damage-dealing obstacles being placed on the level all at once. When you get to levels like the underground volcano and the space shuttle and the jungle, it starts to get a little harder to make your jumps accurately. And also, look, I know the game has a little radar on the right that shows enemies as blinking red dots, but I don't know if either I just didn't know how to read this thing, or it just wasn't working for me properly, because I kept getting hit by shit I couldn't see coming. I thought the enemy placement was starting to get way worse than the first game. It's way more mean. I was starting to take hits like left, right, and center, and I had to use a code. You see, if you hit E, A, and T on your keyboard at the same time, it completely refills your health while dropping your score down to 0. I had to do this because some of these levels I kept dying over and over and over again because sometimes I either couldn't find the checkpoints or there wasn't a checkpoint to begin with. And some of these levels, dude, I cannot play them. I cannot play them more than once. I couldn't do it. And you might say, oh, Hunter, that kind of ruins the integrity of the review, doesn't it? I mean, you're using a cheat code. Let me fucking tell you something, Junior. It is not cheating if the code is in the manual. Do you understand me? That is in there by choice. I didn't have to dig around. I just opened a PDF file. Back in the 90s, you opened a booklet and you saw that code front and center. It is not cheating when the devs put it there for all to see. You don't know what I've been through!
Bazinga!
Also, my God, episode 4. Episode 4 is what broke me. It starts out easy enough. Oh, we're still key hunting, huh? We're still doing that? Oh, we gotta shoot down some satellites. Yeah! But then you get to 4-7? Oh my God. That is a gauntlet? And this game does not run well enough to justify that gauntlet. It is so slow. There are enemies everywhere. You can barely find any health. Oh, by the way, they brought back the freaking bombs in the health packs from the last game, which is awesome. I'm so glad. And they are everywhere in 4-7. And you know what? I had to keep using eats. I had to keep using it. But you know what? I was determined to get through this level. I went through hell climbing those chains, riding the currents, jumping over spikes, and I get to that exit door, and I see... Are you fucking kidding me? No. 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 I typed in NUK into my keyboard and I got that fucking key and I left that level. Again, it is not cheating. It is in the manual. Kinda had a hard time with the final boss of the game too, but you know what? I'm gonna give that a pass since, it's, it's the final boss. It's supposed to be difficult. Plus, when you kind of get around the flow and the pattern of the boss, it's actually really fun to play with. Plus, it lets you use the flamethrower, and God knows I really wanted to use the flamethrower after all I've been through. Yeah, I know my rant would probably lead you to believe otherwise, but I actually really like Duke Nukem 2. A lot of the quote-unquote objective criticisms of the game can easily be chalked up to its age and personal preference. I don't think I like maze-based platformers that much. I like digging around for keys in like old first-person shooters, but in platformers? I don't know if I like it. But it's also really hard to hate Duke Nukem 2. I think a lot of Duke 3D's DNA is in this game. I mean, for goodness sakes, the ending directly leads into the beginning of Duke 3D. Where do you think Duke's ride came from? Those alien bastards didn't just shoot Duke Nukem while he was taking a joyride on a Sunday afternoon.
Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
But look, like I said, the technical problems just keep me from really, really loving the game. I don't like the low frame rates, I don't like the iffy camera, I certainly don't like the screen crunch. And to be honest, if those problems were solved, I would probably enjoy playing these levels way more than I do, and I would have an easier time getting through them. I would love for this game to get like a remaster treatment. I mean, look, if Gex can come back, anything can, but it's not gonna happen. This series is in the Gearbox vaults now. We're never gonna see anything related to Duke Nukem again, let alone the side-scrolling ones. So I may as well just put that dream to... Oh my god, what is this? Wait, what is this? Oh my god. These games have never been re-released. Oh my god, they're actually remastering them? Oh my god, it's everything I wanted! It's the improved frame rate, it has widescreen support, and it doesn't mess up the pixels? Where can I get this? I need this!
Damn, I'm good.
That's the only way I can get it?! Come on, man, can I have one win? By the way, don't forget to email bigguysforlittlefellas@gmail.com.
This is taking forever. Time to stop pissing around and get this big guy back into action.